After 20 years of dreaming about Africa, Richard has finally arrived. Crossing over the winding waters of the mighty Zambezi, the Cessna carries him deep into the heart of the Zambezi Valley, into true buffalo country. This is the moment he has waited decades for. The beginning of a real African safari, thick jess bush, fresh tracks in the dust, and the possibility of old buffalo bulls hiding somewhere ahead. Before the hunt begins, we get Richard settled into camp and head straight to the shooting range. Rifles are sighted in, final adjustments are made, and confidence starts to build.
We're just going to take a few shots with the rifle, make sure the scope's still on.
Shots to make sure that.
I'm sure they're off, but it's better to be safe and
Right.
just check.
They were on until we went on the Jeep ride, and then everything came off. The driver's a little bit, but
This bench ain't super
let's not go there.
At the 416.
Yeah, I think we can do it from here.
Richard had also chosen to take on one of Africa's most challenging and elusive animals, the leopard. But leopard hunting is a game of patience, dedication, and long hours in the bush. Success begins long before the hunt itself, and with limited time ahead of us, getting bait out became the top priority. Every road, every riverbed, and every fresh track was carefully searched as we worked to find the right areas to hang bait. In leopard country, attention to detail means everything. And the work starts from day one.
How did that one feel?
Take a look.
That one could be in there. That one I'm sure is probably in there. I don't see it, so it's probably gone into the...
Yeah, nice check.
Africa, you
Yes, sir.
excited?
I'm excited. I'm excited. We got our guns dialed in, got the shower, settle in, eat something. So get plenty of rest, and we're gonna go hit it in the morning. See what Mother Nature gives us tomorrow. So, but yeah, very excited to be here, and can't wait to see what happens.
Awesome.
I have a. So, according to Dean, we're gonna run down to a spot where there's a bait that he had on a previous leopard. So there's a chunk of hippo or something that we're gonna get off of that. He wants to reposition that piece of bait to another feeding leopard. On the way, he wants to stop in an area and try to possibly track down a impala or warthogs. He says there's some areas there where there's good concentration, so we'll swing by there to try to pick up more bait and eventually work our way up to where those two feeding cats are at and replenish the baits for them. And he said we may come across some buffalo up in that area also. There's a couple herds working that area close to where those leopards are at. So we got a lot of things on the plate for today, so it should be interesting. Pursuit for bait. Let's see how this turns out. So, impala, warthog. Yeah, anything at this point.
Birds.
Birds.
All right, we're coming up to an area that's usually fairly productive for impala and warthogs, so we're going to leave the vehicle behind and go for a little walk and see if we can't sneak up on something. The wind is good, it's fairly early in the morning. We really need a bait right now. We've got these two male leopards feeding up on a pretty rotten piece of hippo meat by now. And we're running the risk of losing them off bait if we don't put something fresh there. So the whole focus of the morning is going to be to try and knock something over and go and replenish the bait. So that's what we're about to do now. You ready? Don't shoot yet, I want to make sure it's in there. Hey. He's walking.
Yeah, I see him. Good shot right there.
Wait till it comes into the open. Behind that orange bush.
I got a hole there to hit him.
What's that?
He said,
Yeah. Tagged them. Alright, let's start getting our bait situation under control. They're not a hugely popular bait, but if we skin it, it should.
Yeah.
It should
At least it'll give them something to chew on. A warthog and a baboon. Right there.
Well done, you're on the board. That is just what the doctor ordered. Alright, we got bait. Okay.
We got bait?
Yes.
We got bait. We got bait. Feel better.
Well done. That's what we needed. And that baboon piled up also, so.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Okay, so our little walk paid off. We came stealthily down to a little area where they're known to root, and this old boar was down there rooting in the early morning, and Ricky got off a really good shot. He drilled it straight through the heart. Went a long way considering it where it got hit. But this is a nice big-bodied pig, and it's exactly what we were looking for in terms of a bait. Got pretty decent tusks too, so we also managed to nail the baboon over the back here. So we're gonna, our bait situation has improved dramatically. We're gonna split him up and put half and half at each of those two leopards, and hopefully get them onto the fresh baits, and then our cat situation will be sorted out quite nicely. So well done.
No,
Mission
thank you.
accomplished for
Thank
the
you,
walk.
sir.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah, my first warthog, my first animal that we harvested on this hunt. So,
First African trophy.
first African trophy.
Fantastic.
I'm still shaking. I'm still sweating inside. So,
I'm feeling a lot of relief right now to get that.
yeah,
that
yeah, absolutely. We know at
yeah.
least we got something to feed these guys. This whole thing started with wanting to come hunt buffalo. You know, 2 decades ago. So, finally, we're here. We're here. All right.
Some duggables here, not too far away. Our contact in the village said he saw them early this morning, 4 of them. So hopefully they're still around. We're going to go and have a look. Hopefully we can knock one over.
Yeah, up for this.
It's another area next door. So if it gets too close, do you mind if I whack it? If it gets too close to the boundary.
Okay.
We'll try not to, but if it's heading that way,
Right.
we don't want it to cross over.
We knew buffalo were in the villages. Our contact had seen them slipping through the huts at first light, but out here, seeing them and finding them are two very different things. We glassed every clearing, every shadowed corner of the bush, nothing. If we were going to catch up to them, we'd have to trust the tracks. Broad, heavy prints pressed deep into the dust, pointing us toward the boundary. That was the real worry. If they crossed over, the hunt would be finished before it even began. So we moved slow, one careful step at a time, eyes scanning for the slightest flicker of movement, ears tuned for the soft grunt of a bull resting in the shade. Because in this thick country, a buffalo can be 10 yards away and you'll never know it until it's too late. We finally had a brief opportunity, just the slightest glimpse through the thick African bush. A dark shape shifting between the shadows. For a moment we thought the bulls were about to reveal themselves. But as quickly as they appeared, they slipped away again, melting into the tangle of thorn and brush like smoke in the wind. And just like that, the moment was gone. And it was back to the drawing board. But this opportunity was far too good to walk away from. The tracks were fresh, the sign was right, and we knew those Duggar boys were still close. Close enough that every step forward mattered. All we needed was one more chance, one more glimpse, and everything could change in an instant.
Okay, just give him one. You see?
Yeah, show the heart.
In the brisket there. It's a little bit soft, but we're running out of time here. Nice shooting anyway. Well done, you got him. Quite a morning. We've been in and out of these bulls all morning. They started off with 4 of them. 2 of them peeled off. The other 2, one split up and went on his own. Then the other one went on his own. And we've eventually left with a small group of bulls again. And yeah, we've been on them for like 4 hours through the fields and through the thick stuff. And Finally got a shot at these two. Rick did a very good shot and just dropped him. Watch out, he didn't get kicked there. We didn't have a lot of time left, so really happy to get him. That's the end of quite a saga, quite a morning. We lost a couple of them somewhere.
We're done. He's done.
Well done, man.
Thanks.
It was quite intense morning, wasn't it?
That was a buffalo hunt right there.
Yeah. I don't know where the other ones went, but we've lost some of the other ones. We got them in the spine there.
Yeah, so fold them over. Because you said just on top of that hill, so.
Yeah. Phew.
Well done, Rick.
Yeah, we're done. He's good.
Although the leopard had eluded us, we had still managed to make Richard's lifelong dream come true. But safari is about more than just the hunt. It was now time to give something back to the people who call this wild country home. We took Richard to visit the local school, a school built with the support and funding made possible through hunting and conservation. Seeing the smiles on the children's faces and the impact that sustainable hunting has on these communities was something truly special. For Richard, this became one of the greatest highlights of the entire safari, a reminder that Africa leaves you with far more than just trophies.
Good stuff. Awesome. Look at the smile. I think the smile says it all.
Smell it. That's very
This is going to be the next Zimbabwe World Cup team. Is going to be right here.
okay.
They're gonna. This is the beginning for them.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, I want to see Zimbabwe win the World Cup. So we got the chance to visit the school. We just popped in there, and all these kids came running out and swarmed us with smiles across their faces. They were just so welcoming. It make your eyes water up, you know, to just see how friendly they were and how happy they were to see us there. I pulled out my iPhone and put it on to do a selfie on video, and they all just swarmed. They were laughing and giggling so hard, seeing themselves on my phone. So we were even, out of appreciation, they sang for us, and they did dances, and they kicked the balls around, and that was a big part of this hunt. I mean, it was so well worth it just to come here to do that and hand that over to them. I mean, you can't put a price on that, and that's something that will definitely stay engraved in our minds, for a long time to come. Hopefully, we'll get some World Cup Zimbabwe World Cup prospects will come out of those soccer balls. I'm sure they definitely will. So, having the opportunity to come and hunt here and then bring something like that to them, that's going to give them so much joy, and that was very rewarding. And I wish we could have done more. You leave there wishing you can do more for them, but like I said, you just can't. It's hard to explain how humbling and how welcoming and how happy they were, and how that vibe they put into us. It's something that we walk away with. That's probably the biggest trophy, I'll say. This hunt was having that opportunity to go meet those children. That would definitely be the best trophy you can ask for on one of these experiences.